Here is for you to, the whole idea is to help you start generating money for yourself. Well, the whole idea about the ecosystem, when we got started with this whole point, is how do we create one community that could provide multiple values to a lot of persons. And this is getting exciting because we're yet to officially launch this whole system by February. And then this is just a pre-launch stage. So if you're getting this information now, you're right on time. Well, today we're going to have another leader in the house. They're going to be taking us on this session, and a lot to be shared, a lot to get to hear from him because he has been soaked with this whole idea, and he's no other person than Sam Onazi, a true leader, one who has been building with this community from day one. And without wasting our time, I just want to welcome him up here. He's going to take us on this session and he's going to flow with us truly. Okay, so let's go on the chat right now. Drop a comment there, drop the wall. You're welcome, Mr. Sam. You're welcome, Mr. Sam. And please drop your name and your location if you're just connecting with us. And also inform your friends that are supposed to be part of this call that we are live. Let's go there. Over to you, Sam.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moses. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for like I always say, for the courage to actually pursue this and make it a reality, bringing a platform for many of us to be able to run with. Thank you so much. Every opportunity I get, I make sure that I celebrate you because it's not an easy feat to be able to be bold and go for it like this so that others can also follow suit. Thank you so much. So without further ado, I think I'll just go straight into today's agenda. I want to be able to share my screen so that you can, I don't know if you can see my screen, just indicate that you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just indicate so I know I can run immediately. Okay, I think I see someone saying yes. Okay, so thank you so much. My name is Sam Igrube, as I've been ably introduced by our amiable and enigmatic leader, Mr. Moses Egberiham. It's a powerful guy. You know, some people, you're just around them. Just being around them, you are inspired. You cannot rest just being around them. Every time they open their mouth to speak, you get elated, your spirit lifts up, and then you go for things that you never thought possible. So today, I'm going to be taking you on the above average ecosystem. At the end of today, I want you to learn something. What I want you to learn is how to follow who know road. That's one of the oldest principle of wealth that many people do not know. You simply follow who knows what they are doing. So without further ado, the ecosystem, very simple idea, very simple concept, very simple innovation, but yet very powerful. What's the idea? The idea is simple. Let us create a platform that brings in together the best of the best in different sectors and have them do what we call a knowledge transfer. Now, this is not traditional education. This is knowledge transfer in the digital age. I always start, anytime I get the opportunity to share this, I always start because I see that most people here are Nigerians. If I ask you, by valuation, which bank do you think is the biggest bank in Nigeria? Can anybody just drop any bank? Just a quick suggestion. I want to see that we are participating. Anybody, just drop whatever you think. Which bank is the biggest bank in Nigeria as of today? Anybody there? Just drop. Which bank do you think is the biggest bank? Someone said First Bank. Maureen said First Bank. Ejo said GT. And someone else said UBA. And someone else said, Nathaniel said GT. Okay, you see, it's very exciting. Now, this is going to, someone said online bank, which is cool. Okay, this is going to buttress my point because I want you to understand what we call times and season. It is very essential that you understand what times and season in. Solomon said Union Bank. Now, in Nigeria, there are only 6 banks that are valued as unicorn banks. What it means to be a unicorn company means that you are currently valued above $1 billion. There are only 6 in Nigeria. Let me shock you, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest bank by valuation in Nigeria today is no other than OP. I'm sure some of you will be surprised. OPay is valued at $2 billion, which is bigger than all other banks put together times 2. Now, the second on the list there, of course, is the traditional bank, which I think is Zenith, and then you have Access, and then I think you have GT, and GT was able to make the list because it's no longer GTB. It's now GTCO, which is a group of companies. And then number 5th on the list is Flutterwave. Many of us have probably never heard of Flutterwave. Some of us may have heard, but would you believe that that's the 5th biggest bank in Nigeria? The 6th one, of course, is a very popular one, InterSwitch, which with their popular products known as Quick Teller. Now, it will amaze you. In fact, I did this presentation in a bank, and the bankers were stunned. What you don't know, because you don't know a thing, does not mean that thing does not exist. It does not mean it's not valuable. Many of us are, for the first time, hearing that 3 digital banks are unicorn banks and more valuable than all other banks, bigger than the popular banks that you stated. And they are just like, OPay is just 3 years, and these other banks have been there for 20-something years. Listen, gentlemen, I use that example to illustrate to you that we are in the digital age. We are in the digital economy. Everything you know has changed. Everything you know has changed. And I talked about times and seasons. You need to understand timing. You need to understand seasons. There was a time for oil boom. If you were in the oil sector, you make a lot of money. There was the time for gold rush. If you were in the gold era, you would make a lot of money from gold. There was a time for telecoms in Africa, in Nigeria, early 2000s, telecoms business. Anything you do around telecoms, you make a lot of money. But now, imagine you saying you want to open a telecoms business. Guy, you are late. It's as simple as that. The time and the season is gone. You are late. You're only chasing the bandwagon. I remember, who remembers? There was a time, late 90s, 1991 rather, around 1999, 98, 99. If you had a cyber cafe, you are making a kill by just having a cyber cafe. Then imagine you're going to start a cyber cafe now. You are so dead from the beginning. So understanding times and season is very essential. Now the ecosystem. The ecosystem, a one-stop shop for several product value. And that simply means the ecosystem brings product values from e-learning, from travels, from health and wellness, from e-commerce, from financials, from technology, and from real estate. As the name implies, ecosystem, what that means is a combination of multiple elements to come into one. So this is a broad concept where multiple areas of business of interest is brought together and then packaged into one, so that you are in just one location and you learn across all of these things. Well, somebody said that the greatest challenge in the 21st century is not those who cannot read and write. It's your ability to unlearn what you already know, relearn new things, unlearn them again, and relearn new things. So perpetually, we have to keep learning. There is a saying that goes, you are either green and growing, or you are ripe and rotten. So I always tell people, stay green, stay green, stay green. Stay green means stay fresh, keep learning. There is so much you need to learn. And personally, for me, coming in contact with the ecosystem in just over a month, I tell you not, I'm someone that learns voraciously. I can handle a lot of volume of data in a short period. And I know that I have already been overwhelmed with so much. And we have not even launched yet. It's amazing. It's amazing. The excitement is so enigmatic. It's so energetic. Everywhere is just one at the heels of another. The excitement is just so much. Now, I'll take it one after the other. The e-learning platform. One of the things that many people do not appreciate in this part of the world is education. And I understand why. Many of us went to primary school. They told us once you're done, you're good. You went to secondary school. They told us once you're done, you're good. You went to university. You thought that was the meal ticket. You thought that was the wealth ticket. Once I'm done, man, I'm getting the best job and I'm out and I'm killing it. Well, to your greatest surprise, it didn't go exactly as you thought. So whenever you hear education, you think that way. But here's one of the best advice I got, and I got it from a billionaire in US dollars. He said to me, education, your schooling, don't let your schooling get in the way of your education. I need to say that again. Don't let your schooling get in the way of your education. All you did in school was to prepare you, was to teach you how to now learn. So all that exercise you did in school was to teach you how to now come into real life and learn. The real education is after you're done with schooling. So with that mindset, it makes you still green and ever fresh. You keep learning new things. You can never be too old. I don't think that one of the things that fascinate me is when I see a 70-year-old, 80-year-old person on a Zoom call like this, gliding through. I did a Zoom meeting like this with another leader, with a friend of a lady that I respect so much. She's over 70 and she was on Zoom. She knew how to handle everything. She keeps saying, "Sir, man, I need to keep up. The world is changing. The world that I grew in is not the world I live in right now. So, but I need to keep up." That way she's still relevant. She's still on top of her game. There's no room for you to relax. So e-learning offers you that platform where you learn all the digital skills. Listen, my friends, I am someone that is very passionate. So sometimes you have to excuse my passion. I'll give you a typical example. Let it not be said that in 2021, you want to learn a skill, you are learning makeup. You want to learn a skill, you're learning shoemaking. You want to learn a skill, you're learning how to bake. I mean, I'm not discrediting those things. Please don't get me wrong. Like I said, please excuse my passion. This is the digital economy. Whatever it is you're learning has to be digital. It does not matter what you're doing. Whatever it is you're learning at this age and time, it has to be digital. Because we are in the digital economy, guys, you can no longer be learning vocations that are outdated. They cannot scale, they cannot grow. You're limited to your location, you're limited to your effort. If you do not work, you don't get paid. If you do not wake up and do something, it doesn't happen. No, this is the digital era. You can set up, you can learn profitable, high income skills. And when you do one activity, bam, the result is multiple. I just said that out of passion, but I hope you excuse my passion. So the e-learning platform allows you to be able to learn more from different sectors. You learn about real estate, you learn about the basics, the mechanics of real estate. You learn about finances, financials. In financials, we're talking about things like blockchain technology, cryptocurrency. We're talking about Forex, and then you learn also from the e-commerce platform. Listen, whatever it is you do, I can tell you that from when we set up the e-commerce platform, you would learn how to sit in your room and begin to sell your product, whatever it is. You can sell it to the entire world. You get paid in 200 currencies. Did you hear that? You get paid in 200 currencies. Anywhere someone is in 200 countries across the world, you get paid. You can service 200 countries from your room. This is the kind of thing you will learn from the e-commerce platform. That way, you're not limited to your friends and relatives. Your friends and your relatives, if you have any business experience, you would know that they never buy. They never do. They don't support you when you just start. Others will support you. So you're not limited. Even if you are making, maybe you're making products, whatever it is, you learn how to take this on a global scale. From your phone, you don't need to be tech savvy. That is the kind of knowledge you are going to acquire from the e-commerce platform, from the e-learning platform, learning about e-commerce. There is digital marketing, because marketing is what amplifies whatever talent and skills you have. I always say this: Messi, Ronaldo are not the best footballers in the world. They are the most marketed footballers in the world. I know that as a guy, there are a lot of young guys around me that used to play football very well. but nobody knows about them. Nobody marketed them. So who cares about their talent? Talent is nothing. It is a talent that is well marketed that it matters. A product is almost nothing. It is a product that is properly marketed that matters. So you learn about digital marketing, how to access 2 million people on a daily basis, 2 billion people on a daily basis, depending on your capacity. You learn this on the e-commerce platform. It is big, guys. And then several other things that you get to learn. You learn about network marketing, one of the highest paying professions in the world. You learn about network marketing, how to do it properly. You learn about sales. I see a lot of people say, I am an entrepreneur. And what they mean by an entrepreneur is that maybe they know how to cook and they open a restaurant. Now, let me chip something in. Your knowing how to cook has nothing with your ability to run a restaurant. Running a restaurant as an entrepreneur takes a different set of skills, and cooking is not one of them. I mean, you can hire cooks. In fact, if you're running the restaurant so well, you should not be cooking. I just dropped that in. These are the kind of things you would learn from the e-learning platform. And then, of course, I go straight over to the core fundamentals, like I've already mentioned them, so I'll just skip that. And then the Academy Hub space. This is where the e-learning, they come in digital formats. So you can learn, first of all, from our adopted app, which is a server. You become part of the server, and then you learn all these things that already set up for you. All you need to do at your pace, slow and steady. If you're ferocious and aggressive like myself, you can learn in high speed. Whatever it is, you learn at your own pace. Now we also have a platform on our website, a pure academy on the website itself. Only members can access it. You sign up for courses, they are free once you become a member. There are courses that are totally free. You sign up for them, you learn these things, you apply them. And listen, these are practical knowledge. It's not knowledge for information purpose. No, it's knowledge for action purposes. Action that generate wealth, generate income. Those are the kind of things we are talking about. So there are live classes, and then at intervals, like one of the persons that I know, she's on this call, she saw one of our crypto trainers that did the basic training a few weeks back. She saw him on Channels TV here in Nigeria. She was screaming, she screen grabbed it and sent to me. I said, see our guy is talking on Channels. I said, that's what we are talking about. We deal strictly with professionals. Some of them are not even Nigerians. It's so exciting, the package Mr. Moses and the entire team have brought together just at a token. Man, it's sometimes I slide in and tell him, sir, this price that people are paying to access this basic package, they will not value it. It's too cheap. But then again, when you have a heart like someone like Mr. Moses does, he just wants everybody to succeed. How will you not succeed? He wants you to have access to all of this information at next to nothing. I mean, someone like me, I've paid $2,500 just for a single course. And here someone is bringing the entire thing together for as good as free, if you ask me. It's amazing. And that is why every point in time, I celebrate Mr. Moses so much and so passionately. So I move forward straight without time. And of course, the travel packages, there'll be a lot of travel packages where you get to travel at a discounted price. And then there'll be tours. There'll be tours and all of that for members. And health and wellness, you get access to the VIP health club. It's amazing. Many people think that it is when you have money that you start taking care of your health. That's the wrong formula. That's like putting the cart before the horse. You know, the truth is this: you should build both at the same time. You don't want to spend your youth trying to chase wealth and neglecting your health. So by the time you gather the wealth, because surely you will, if you're diligent and if you're consistent and if you're dedicated, surely you will acquire wealth, especially with the ecosystem. Now, you finish gathering the wealth, you end up spending the entire money trying to pursue your health. That is not a good formula. So you start taking care of your health, you get expert advice from doctors, seasoned doctors, you get how to stay healthy, nutritional products you can consume on a regular basis so that you stay fit and healthy and with a sound mind, because it's very essential. And then the e-commerce. Another exciting thing about the e-commerce is what we call you shop and you earn. On the e-commerce platform, apart from the education part, there will be products that will be listed. A few weeks back, we gave out an idea on products that will be coming, a food product that is a food nutritional product that's coming, and then members will be able to become part of it, buy it at discounted price. If they are not buying it at this, they can buy it at discounted price for consumption purposes. They can also become sole distributors in their areas. They can also become sub-distributors and all of that. And while all that is going, you are earning commissions for all the purchases. That's another value on its own. Believe me, the limit is endless. So that's another value on its own. And then we have the financials. This is the one that is just popping everywhere, making everywhere go wild of late, because the first product that the ecosystem has released is what is called the Crypto Tribe, which is under the financials. Crypto Tribe is simply getting people to know about everything in cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology. I'm going to come to that. Then real estate. Real estate is very exciting because there is nobody living, dead or alive, that has built wealth in any form or in any sector that does not play in the real estate sector. Why? Real estate is the surest and the most secure holder of wealth. It is mainly for guys, when you understand wealth, you make your wealth somewhere, but you hold it in real estate. That's what a lot of people do. It's a global practice. Somebody said, and I quote, "Real estate is the only estate that is real." And I liked that. So you see, you learn the fundamentals. You also get insider deals on the real estate market. Mr. Moses said something to me quite recently. He said, "It is when I paid attention to real estate that I realized I could start acquiring properties in the heart of Abuja for prices I never thought possible." These are the kind of information you get to learn in the real estate. So I'll go straight to the membership package. Now, before I go to the membership, let me talk about the Crypto Tribe. Now, it's so exciting what we are experiencing in the crypto industry. As part of the Crypto Tribe, there are things we call the basic membership. On the basic membership, and the basic member of the ecosystem has automatic access to all the products. One of the products is the Crypto Tribe. On the Crypto Tribe, as a member, what you are exposed to is to learn about the fundamentals of blockchain technology, the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, the basics information, and guess what? You also learn about financial instrument. Let me give you just a tip of what's possible. Many of us save money with banks. I guarantee you, I always do a simple practice. If you save money with a bank, just try it. Save 1,000 naira and don't withdraw, don't do anything, don't do transfers, don't do nothing. Just keep it there. After 6 months, you would agree with me that you would never have 1,000 again. It will drop instead of increasing. It's amazing. But here's the thing. In the crypto space, with the blockchain disruption, you can do financial services like savings. When you save on the blockchain technology, you actually get paid interest. Guess how it comes? It comes weekly. Every week, whatever money you have there is generating a return for you. And this can be as much as more than 17% per annum. But it's paid to you weekly. So every week you keep getting something. I'm talking about the basic package now. There's also something else called staking. Staking is equivalent to the fixed deposit we have. Some of us here may have tried to do fixed deposit. When you hear the figures, it's very ridiculous, but it's available. It's an instrument. People use it. But in the crypto space, at the basic level, you are going to be exposed to how you can stake and earn as much as 60-70% per annum, 60 to 70% per annum. Guess what, guys? you can literally be paid every day for that. That is, you set it up today as a basic member, you set it up today, and you start earning returns from tomorrow. You can even start in a few hours, but let's just say within 24 hours, you start getting returns, automatic, passive. You don't need to do anything after you set it up. It's an autopilot. It runs by itself. The same money you're keeping in the bank that is doing nothing for you, you put it into an instrument, and the instrument begins to generate daily returns. We showed this to a gentleman. If one of our leaders showed this to a gentleman, the man said, wow, I have this $8 million somewhere I've never used. It's just there, 8 million naira somewhere. Forgive me, now I deal in dollars, so everything is just dollars in my head. So I have this 8 million naira somewhere. I literally do not do anything with it. It's just been there. Can I put it here? And the guy said, why not? So he plunged in the $8 million. Guess what, guys? It begins to generate return. And let me tell you one more thing as I use this as an example. Because you are going to move your money into what we call digital assets. You know, as an asset, some assets appreciate, which we call in financial terms, capital appreciation. Let me use something that we are all familiar with. And in some remote area, and then someone comes and walk on the road, they put electricity poles, the land will immediately increase in value. So let's say you bought a land for 1 million naira, and then a few developments pretend to show up in that area, the land might go up to 1.5 million. That in finance, we call it capital appreciation. Your asset has appreciated. So because you bought a digital asset, like I said, this is the digital era, guys. You bought a digital asset, and the asset can appreciate in value. Like in the case of this gentleman, the 8 million naira in just a few days, because of the assets they bought for him, the asset appreciated by 13% in a couple of days. By 8 million naira, if you calculate 13%, that means he made over 1 million naira. The man was bewildered. He said, are you serious? Is this really possible? You know, the funny thing is, he said, can I withdraw it? And we said, sir, it is your money. You can do as you please. You can withdraw it right away if you wish. That's another concept I just introduced there. Capital appreciation for your money passively. It's just there. And guess what? I did this at the bank. I love it when I work with bankers because I like to blow their minds. You see, it does not matter which sector you are in. If you are closed up, the world will pass you by. Someone said to me, I don't like this. I said, it does not matter what you like, auntie. The world moves. You either move with it or you get extinct. You see, creatures we no longer see. They refuse to evolve. So when you don't evolve, you get extinct. It's just like someone said, I don't like phones. I don't like phones, all this phone thing. Hello, how can you say you don't like phone? And I believe there are people here probably in the early 2000s when the phone started, telecom started. Some of them say, I don't like phone. All these people that are walking on the road, making call every time. You see, but the world has to move. The world will not wait for you. You understand, my friend? I remember back then, Nokia was the biggest thing in the world. Biggest thing, 1 billion users. But they refused to evolve. BlackBerry pushed them away out of the market. BlackBerry became complacent. They also refused to evolve. Android kicked them out of the market. So that is it, guys. So you need to evolve. So capital appreciation, we also show you how you can even use this, your capital, your new found digital asset as collaterals. I hope I'm not too fast. As collaterals, with these collaterals, listen, pay attention to this. You can access loans for as low as 1% per annum. Now, let me rephrase that. I know I've just messed up the minds of some people. Yes, you heard me right. You can access loans at 1% per annum. Someone was thinking, this is impossible. I did this in a bank. Someone stood up and said, sir, I beg carry your motivational speaker and go away. I have been in the banking sector for 20 years. That is impossible. I said, sir, your knowledge is limited. Let me educate you, sir. The platform we are talking about, it would have been impossible only that the platform started in 2018 and they have already disbursed this 1% per annum loan for over 3 years now. And in total, they have disbursed 4.5 billion US dollars in loans already. 4.5 billion US dollars in loans already. Please don't convert that to Naira. Some of your calculators may not carry. Listen, gentlemen, it does not matter who you are. It does not matter what you do. If you refuse to evolve, the world will pass you by. It's as simple as that. The world will not wait for you. You become the Nokias. We'll just be talking about you past glory. You know those guys that always talk about the things they did in the past. Man, the life is in the future, it's not in the past. Whatever you did in the past is in the past. We celebrate you for all your achievements, but remain green and keep growing. So that is also possible. And guess what? You can still use that to still multiply it. And there are several other things you learn in the basic class, which also includes how to trade and make some money. And once in a while, the ecosystem, out of its magnanimous nature, drop a lot of high yielding what we call assets in the crypto space. Something happened today. But there were mixed reactions because people don't know how this thing works. There is a crypto coin which is also classified as a token. It was released by a company, a digital company known as Binance, and that token is what we call a Lazio fan coin, a Lazio fan token. What I'm trying to tell you is that Binance, which is a digital company, is the official sponsor of Lazio, SS Lazio Football Club of Italy. For those of us that love football, you know Lazio. There's no way you don't know Lazio. They play the Champions League, they're in the Europa League. Of course, they're one of the biggest clubs in Italy. Of course, the very legendary Diego Maradona was once a Lazio player. So it's an old club, it's that big. So Binance is the official sponsor of that club. So as it is now, so when the Lazio line up to play football, you see Binance on their t-shirt, on their jersey, and on their stadiums, you see Binance branded around there. That's how big the company is. Now, this Binance launched a token for the fans of Lazio, the Binance fans of Lazio. That token, as at 7 a.m. today, was sold at $1 per token. By the time the pre-sale started and it finished by around 2 o'clock, because there was a delay, the token was listed on the exchange for just, the token that was sold on pre-sale for $1. When it was listed on the exchange, it was listed for $20. Now, in simple crypto language, we call that 20x. 20x. Don't mess your mind trying to think it's 20%. No, don't mess your mind trying to think it's 200%. 20x is the equivalent of what? 2,000%. Now imagine making 2,000% in a single day. It is ridiculous, but it is possible. Why is it possible? It has already been done. It's old news now. It's done and dusted. But that brings me to the VIP class now. In the VIP, there are projects like this. The VIP is designed for high earners. The VIP is designed for the big boys. The VIP is designed, when I say big boy is not a statement of your current situation. The big boy is a statement of your mind. How do you think? How do you process? What is your wealth mentality? What is your wealth capacity? With the above average ecosystem, you are going to be introduced into the financial game of the wealthy. Listen, in traditional financial markets, some information by law, please hear me well, by law, you cannot give certain financial information to retail customers, to ordinary people. You give them to people with high-end wealth and people with certain level of sophistication. But the blockchain has disrupted that. Anybody can participate now. All you need to do is have the required capital, know about the information, do your due diligence, do your research, and you can participate right from the scratch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you, If you had the opportunity to invest in Facebook when it just started, would you have done it knowing what you know now? Please, I want to see people respond. Just respond. Is it a yes or a no? If you had the opportunity to invest in Mark Zuckerberg when he just started Facebook, knowing that Facebook is valued at hundreds of billions of dollars right now, imagine you invested in Facebook when it was still in Harvard, when nobody knew about it. You see, that is the kind of opportunity that we are bringing to you in the VIP section. The VIP guys, what they do, the leaders there, the tutors, they research on instruments that are at early stage. Now, listen, I'm a business person and I'm a financial expert by the grace of God. I am also a business expert. So I understand what I'm talking about to the very latter, both in the traditional world and in the blockchain world. And how does this apply? Businesses are funded by finance, external financing. In a simple language, they call it shares. But in blockchain, we call it tokens and coins. So in the VIP, their packages, they bring products and they bring projects. Project is simply the same word for digital business. Businesses that are digital. If Facebook was to start today, I can guarantee you that Facebook will be a blockchain business. It will not be a traditional business. It will be on the blockchain. It will not be on the normal internet. Are we following? So blockchain companies are simply digital businesses running on the blockchain network. Facebook is a digital company. Twitter is a digital company. Amazon is a digital company. But if they were running today, they will be on the blockchain network because blockchain is a most robust network. All of us remember when Facebook went down. These are things that may hardly happen with blockchain, especially if they built it from the beginning properly. So imagine being able to invest. In the VIP section, they bring to you projects that are at the foundational level. What you do is you invest in them early before people know about it, before they even start, before they launch. Before they launch, you know about it and you invest. Before they launch, before they go to the block exchange, before they go to the exchange, just like you have the New York Stock Exchange, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. In the blockchain world, we also have exchanges. So you invest in these companies before they hit the exchange. In most cases, like what happened today, before he reached the exchange, it had already multiplied by 2,000%. Crazy. So, but what we don't know is that most of us come after it has been listed. But in the VIP section, you get to know about these deals. There's one that has been announced. It has already been announced. It's massive, it's big, it's fundamental application. What I just meant by that is this. Imagine being able to invest in Android. All of us know that Androids, for those of us that should know, I think most of us know rather, there are two big operating systems in terms of the phone in the world right now, Android and Apple iOS. Imagine being able to invest in Android before it started. Now, that's the kind of project we are talking about that is going on in the VIP section now. So even if you're in the basic, run immediately to the VIP. Run there. Believe me, run there. Now, we also look at the team. Let me give you a tip of the iceberg. The guys behind the project that I just talked about, their first project is called Certificate of Deposit. Anybody that is a banker here should know what I just said. Certificate of Deposit is a banking instrument, is a financial instrument used by banks. The guys brought it to the blockchain, and guess what? Their coins, their shares, for those that invested early, in just 2 years, the shares had done 10,000x. See, when we say 10,000x, people don't really comprehend it. 10,000x is like a million percent. So assuming let me put it in context. Assuming you invested as little as $10,000 in that company when it launched, when it started, early stage, in 2 years, your $10,000 will be worth $100 million as of today. It's ridiculous. Yes, it is. The same return guys that invested in Amazon got. The same return guys that invested in Facebook got. That is the opportunity that we are discussing in the VIP right now. So I don't know why you're not there. That's how big it is. That's how big it is. Please forgive my passion. I'm so passionate. There's too much suffering in Africa. There's too much poverty. You hear people complaining that sachet water has increased price. Uncle, borrow yourself idea. The truth of the matter is prices are not going to come down. If you live in Nigeria, you are spending in dollars. I advise you to start earning in dollars. Someone will say, how am I spending in dollars? Yes, you pay with Naira, but you are spending in dollars. Listen, everything that we consume in this Nigeria, there is a dollar element that got into it. Whether we imported it directly, whether it's produced locally, one of the components of that product was imported. If it was not imported, then the fuel that they use in driving it was imported. So you have to pay in dollars. That is why the price keep changing. The price inflation is high. Someone said everything that goes up surely comes down, except in Nigeria. When prices go up, they never come down. So I suggest that you start earning in dollars if you're spending in dollars. With the ecosystem, even at the basic level, you can earn residual dollars on a daily basis. On a daily basis, it's that serious. Now, how do you become a basic member? It's simple. It just costs $100. $100. I didn't say $10,000. I didn't say $1,000. I said $100. And for Nigerians, it is pegged at 500 naira per dollar, which means all you need to pay is 50,000 naira. It is ridiculous, believe me, by all standards. For all these things I've mentioned, if you're a serious person, you should be able to make your 50,000 back, just even passively in less than a month, if you're a serious person. So it's free. That's all I care. It's free. But to access, you just need to pay a 50,000 naira entry fee at the basic level. And guess what? This allows you to work a single account, and you can earn commissions to a maximum of 200,000 naira per day. I'm going to talk about that. Now, the ecosystem has a vision of populating itself with 1 million members. And I will tell you why. One of the reasons, like many of us have learned today, some projects, they hire the capital, they hire your return. Many of us do not have the millions of dollars that you can use to execute most of the VIP and the VVIP projects. How do we go about it? There's something known as the Whale Club. The Whale Club can do what? We can come together as a unit, come together as a group, crowdfund a certain amount and participate in projects that were prohibitive for an ordinary guy like me. So we need that population. We need a large number of members to be able to execute a lot of things. So our projection is to do 1 million members in just a short period. But to make this happen, the ecosystem decided to incentivize the whole exercise. So for every person you help bring into the ecosystem, for them to enjoy all this benefit, you still get paid for it. So at the basic level, you get paid up to a maximum of 200,000 naira for the referral reward program for holding a basic membership. So a basic membership is what? 50,000 naira. So I'll move straight up. So there are 5 major ways to earn from the referral program. The first one is referral bonus. The second one is pairing bonus. The third one is what? Level bonus. The fourth one is performance bonus. And the fifth one is e-commerce, which I've already talked about, which is also called the shop and earn. No money is lost here, guys. No money is lost. Value, value, value. Referral bonus. For every person you personally refer that becomes a member of the ecosystem, you earn 30%. It is ridiculous, yes, but it's true. 30%. So for someone that comes in with just 50,000, you alone, you're earning 15,000. That shows you that the ecosystem really has no interest in people for the money that people come in with, but it should not be free, because anything that is free, people don't take it seriously. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. When you put money in the ecosystem, your heart will be there. So that is why there is a fee for you to access. It could have been free, yes, but where your treasure is, your heart will be there. So for 50,000 naira, for every person you refer, you make 30% of that, which is what? 15,000 naira. Massive, guys, massive. And then this is how it goes on. For those that want to become very aggressive and become builders, want to help us reach this milestone of 1 million members because of the need for us to be able to crowdfund a lot of projects. Let's say we find a project and we want to pull together $2 million. Many of us cannot afford $2 million. It's not even in our prayer point right now. But the truth is, if we come together as 1 million users, $2 million is just $2 per person, $2 per person. Do you now understand why we need a lot of people in the ecosystem? $2 per person, and we've generated $2 million, and we can shake any project. We can become a whale in any project. That is why we need a lot of guys in the ecosystem. And so for builders, you can choose to be a builder, a big builder, like using the business builder. The business builder means you have to have multiple accounts, which is a total number of 3 accounts, which means you become a business builder with 150,000 naira, which is equivalent to $300. And then you begin to earn commissions, and then you have a maximum daily earning of about 600,000 every day, a maximum. It's a potential. It's not that it's guaranteed. Remember, their activity has to be there for the corresponding commissions to come. For a business executive builder, you can do 350,000. And then, of course, that puts you at 1.4 million naira in potential earnings. But most importantly, you instantly, within 24 hours, you're going to earn about 168,000, which you can use to set up portfolios, which you can use to, you can cash it out as money, you can use it to set up a portfolio, you can use it to do whatever it is. You earn it as a bonus, a cashback bonus. And then the VIP builder, which is 750,000 only, which is 15 accounts. You have the capacity to earn to a maximum of 3 million naira per day. And then instantly, you're going to earn about 400,000 naira instantly. So you see, a cashback, you can use the 400,000 to set up whatever thing you want to do. You can use it to set up a passive portfolio or whatever project you choose to do. You can cash it out as money if you wish. It is already your money. It's actually your money. So what happens here is this. When someone like me saw this opportunity, I'm a deep thinker. I saw this opportunity from day one. I said to Mr. Moses, whatever it takes, I am going in VIP. Whatever it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time at the point in your destiny, the point in your life, when you take the bull by the horn. If you understand times and seasons, this is equivalent to 1999, 2000, when the telecom vibe started, telecoms. So you're positioning as one of the biggest telecom guys. Right now, you have the opportunity to position as the biggest guys in the blockchain ecosystem, in the blockchain technology environment, using the leverage of the above average ecosystem. We can do exploit. I've given you examples. Like I said, 1 million members, we want to take on a $10 million project. All we need to do is $10 per member, $10, just $10, and we can take up a $10 million project. Think big, guys. That is how big and massive we are thinking right now. So I saw this immediately. I said, no, I'm going in VIP. First of all, this is a product that everybody wants. I don't know about you, but I've never met a person. I'm yet to meet somebody who does not want to earn passive income every day. That is, they are not doing anything. You just have money, you keep it somewhere, the money is generating money for you every day. I don't think if you've met anybody like that, but I have not. And so if I have not, that means I know millions of people that want to earn passive income. They don't want to do anything. They just want to earn passive income. I know plenty of them. Even at the basic level, the ecosystem shows you that. At the VIP level, the ecosystem shows you bigger deals. I'll give you a practical example. At the VIP level, for the passive income tool, there are instruments that you can use for simply putting aside $10,000. In 5 years, it will accumulate to $150,000 in 5 years. See, I don't know what you're going to do that can give you that kind of return. I am from the traditional financial market. It doesn't come like that, my friend. And then let me tell you one thing I always tell people. It's not going to remain like this forever. It is the early stage, so the returns are high. As it keeps going, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the returns will drop because many people will now be aware. You have privileged information. What you do with it is up to you. Remember, like I said, basic level, 50K, business builder, 150K, business executive builder, 350K, VIP builder like myself, the aggressive guys, 750K. Someone says, I want to be the aggressive guy, but I don't have the resources right now. Let me tell you one of the things I learned. It does not matter where you start. What matters is where you're going. So you can start at any level and you can gradually move to higher levels. So you can start at level 1, which is the 50K, and tomorrow you move to the 750K. You can start at level 1 and move to level 3, the 3 accounts. You can start at 3 accounts and move to the 7 account. You can start at the 7 account and move to the 15 account. It is absolutely about your drive, your vision, your mindset, because one of the things we cannot do for you is to let you to see. It is you that decides. One of the things that I'm a student of the Bible, and there's one thing that stunned me. It is Christ that said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That sits deeply with me. Let me tell you why. He did not say lack of capacity. So the question is not whether you have the capacity or not. He did not say lack of talent. The question is not whether you are talented or not. It said lack of knowledge. So for just not knowing, I mean, this information you're hearing now, before the ecosystem put it together, most of the platform have been running for 3 years, but you're not aware, just like I was not aware. Because of lack of knowledge, I've lost millions of dollars. That is why I became aggressive. That should provoke you. You should get aggressive. This thing has been happening for 3 years and I'm not aware. Where have I been? But now that you know, what are you going to do about it? I gave you a typical example earlier for those that joined us from the beginning. I asked you, what's the biggest bank in Nigeria? Many people said Union Bank, many people said Zenith, many people said this. But ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, OPay is the biggest bank. Some of you may have never heard OPay. You don't even know that it's that serious. I also told you, among the 6 unicorn banks, FlutterWave is one of them. Many of you have never heard. I'm not sure you've ever seen a branch office, a building that says FlutterWave. But because you don't know, it does not stop it from existing. It does not stop it from happening. It is you that needs to align. The world is not going to turn for you. You turn to the world. That's the truth. And you take advantage so that you don't get extinct. So let me move on. Pairing bonus is another exciting. Please pay attention to this. In the game of the above average ecosystem, in the way that we are planning to expand, I've told you a reason why, the main reason why we want to get 1 million members. It is also by virtue of first come, first serve. Please pay attention to this. Ecosystem is bringing in new members daily, and we want to hit 1 million members. We are just in pre-launch phase. We have not even launched yet. We are not even in pre-launch because pre-launch is going to start in November. We are just in positioning phase. What that means is all we are telling people is take position. But while you're taking position, there are tools that you can immediately start making some money. I did a little exercise with my friends yesterday. I said to them, for those of you that held this particular digital asset, just tell me, out of fun, tell me how much you have accumulated in the last 8 days. Some of them said, wow, I've made $100. Jay, I've made $100. $100 for doing nothing. I said, welcome to the club. It's amazing. $100 for doing nothing in the last 8 days. It's just there. That is just a tip of what's possible. Remember, how much did she pay to become part of this? Just $100. And she has made it in 8 days for doing nothing, for just being there. But it gets bigger. For those that are helping us to expand the ecosystem, even those that want to just earn passive income, once you become a member, you already take a position. Anybody that comes directly after that comes after you and drops into the network beneath you. This is tracked by our software. We have a very robust software that takes care of all these technicalities. It arranges the person beneath you, and for every person that drops beneath you, you get 2,500 naira. Let me give you a quick expo. Just multiply 2,500 naira by, let's say, 10,000 people. We are going for 1 million, remember? But let's say 10,000 people. Just multiply it. That's a simple exercise. Anybody can just do that quickly and drop for me. Let me be sure that we are following. I hope you are with me, guys. Anybody, just do that math quickly. 2,005 times 10,000. Just do it quickly and drop the figure. I would like to say it. So for every person that comes after you, the person drops beneath you, that comes from your structure, drops beneath you, and that gives you 2,500 naira for every person. Unlimited to unlimited number. Somebody just said 2.5 million. Because you positioned early. Oh, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Position early. Because you position early, you have the potential of having this volume of people beneath coming after you. That gives you roughly about 2.5 million naira. Just because, okay, someone else said it's 25 million. Someone said it's 2.5. Just because you position early. Oh my God. It is said the early birds pick the best worm. I like people that take action. I called a young man. I said, I've found something. It's big, it's massive. You live in Calabar. This is not the kind of project that you're going to be living in Calabar. You have to be in Abuja right away. Let me tell you one thing. I love this guy so much. He did not say to me, bros, what is it about? The next time I heard from him, he said, bros, my flight is on Sunday. I'm coming in on Sunday. I know you'll be in church. Don't bother to pick me up. I'll find my way. That's the guy that knows about success. He takes action. He's not interested in knowing the details. He knows that once he gets there, whatever it is, he will jump in. And once he jumps in, he will come out with gold. That's the attitude of a winner. Before you try to comprehend many information, take position first. That's what I can tell you. Take position first. And then for every time there is a corresponding action, remember the 2,500 drops for everybody, whether it's you that referred them, whether it's not you that referred them, it does not matter. But every time there is a corresponding action, it will now create a pair, and that pair pays you 5K. So imagine 5K times 10,000. Oh, man, that's cool cash. On the side, these are what we call side meals. I don't know, for those of us that like fine dining, like myself, I like fine dining. There's always a side dish, it's always there. You get it, and then you have a nice time. You treat yourself to a fine dining once in a while. Or more, also pass anybody. Once in a while, forgive my vernacular, once in a while, treat yourself to an amazing life. It is important, especially when you're in the ecosystem. There's so much money pumping in your head. Once in a while, take out the time, like we are going to be doing this November. While we are learning, we are going to be having a boot camp, the first of its kind for the ecosystem. Congratulations for all those that have qualified. It's going to be amazing. The Zuma Resort in Abuja. If you have not qualified, you're on a long thing. You should hit the numbers immediately and qualify for that. For those of you that cannot qualify, please pay for it. Pay for this vacation. One of the reasons life expectancy in Africa is so short is Africans never take out time to take a break and enjoy this hustle that they are hustling. Take out time, be at the Zuma Resort find out what it takes to be there. Wherever you are, fly in, even if you're not in Nigeria, fly into that venue, fly into the city of Abuja, get your bookings done, get yourself in the Zuma Resort. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be back to back with the top of the finest leaders. It's going to be, I mean, people that have made millions of dollars in the crypto space and from different multiple sectors. It's going to be an intense boot camp. You cannot leave that boot camp remaining the same. It is not possible. Anybody that has been to a boot camp before, I was on the boot camp by the British Council, sponsored by the British Council. It was massive. It transformed the business I was doing then. Just one thing that I learned, I executed it while in the boot camp. I made over ₦1 million while still in the boot camp. That is what boot camp does. There was the competition for it, and I participated in the competition. I won the prize. I also got a few $1,000s from the British Council Commission. Now the ecosystem is doing something that big in the Zuma Resort in Abuja. If you can't qualify for it, make sure you find out how much it costs to be there. Just ask the person that invited you, how can I be at the boot camp? You cannot miss it. It's not even negotiable. Just forget about missing it. It was announced, and my friend is getting married. My best friend, we've been friends for 20 years. Went to the same secondary school, went to the same university, we're classmates together, we grew together. But he's getting married, and somehow it was almost clashing with the boot camp. I already sent him a call. I said, sorry, brother, I may not be at your wedding because I know the value of the boot camp. He will get married. I don't need to marry for him. And last, if I send him a few $1,000s, the gist go end. He will be more excited. But the boot camp, what I will get from the boot camp cannot leave me for life. Remember, there's only one reason you're perishing in the area you are not doing well. It is lack of knowledge, sir. If you look at your finances, like I looked at my finances, I looked at my bank account and I said to myself, no, this account is perishing. So I need to change that. How do you change that? Acquire the right knowledge. And one of the ways to do it is just simply follow no road. That's one of my best mantras for the year. Another exciting one is the level bonus. For those of us that understand this, it drives people crazy. The level bonus pays you another 15% for every person you personally refer to the ecosystem. 15% of $100 is $15. So technically, for just referring to people, you are going to make about 45,000 naira. It's massive. It's crazy to just think of it. So that puts you at, for just 10 people, you're doing about 250K. It's that aggressive, guys. It's that aggressive. The reward system is so massive. The level bonus pays you up to level 10. It's so exciting. I'm not going to belabor this. Just get on board, take position already. And then, of course, the referral commission, I've already mentioned that. And then I move to performance bonus. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and the ecosystem appreciates that. And for those of us that are aggressive, helping the ecosystem to reach its mandate of reaching 1 million members, there are performance bonus for you. For those, I give a big thumbs up to those that are already at gold level. Remember, we've not even launched. People are already at the gold level. That's the momentum. That's what happens when you are moving a product that can sell itself. When you are moving a product that has the right team, the right marketing in place, everything is in place, the right systems, the right trainings. People are earning daily commissions. People are earning daily passive income in dollars. Oh my God. It's so exciting. I cannot even contain my passion. But people have already made it to the rank of gold. We celebrate them. There are so many people. They are on here on the call today. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. But your work has just started. It is not important the rank you achieve. My formula for measuring success is, don't tell me you are a gold member. Show me the gold members you have produced. That's what I believe. Show me the 10 gold members you have produced. That's my theory of success. If I ever meet you, I'm not going to ask you, what level are you in? I'm going to ask you, how many gold members have you produced? How many platinum members have you produced? How many emerald members have you produced? Most of us Nigerians, we now know Obi Kubana, isn't it? Look at what happened at his mother's burial. I mean, guys were just flooding him. That's a man that is wealthy. Guys were flooding him with gifts, cows. In fact, he could start his own whole Fulani lineage by himself. He could start a ranch. Virtue of the guys that he has produced. So I ask you this question. Some of us are so selfish. You have this kind of information, you want to keep it to yourself. That's the height of it. Let me tell you the secret, another secret of success. The greatest amongst us shall be the servant. How many people are you serving, sir? How many people are you helping to become wealthy? That will tell me how wealthy you are. Don't show me your car. Show me how many people you have produced. I will tell you your car. You don't need to show me your capacity. That is why I salute and celebrate Mr. Moses Egberihom, the founder and the chairman and the president of the above average ecosystem. That is the man that I'm talking about. A person that is always asking, how can my guys make money? How can the ecosystem make people to make money? And we just need people to get successful. So little wonder why you see him successful. He has a heart to make others successful. But some people like to hoard information. You want to do it by yourself. You know the popular thing we do in Nigeria? When they ask you, bros, how they think they happen, now show us way now. You go say, now God, now God. No, now don't do that. Like we say in the vernacular in Nigeria, cut soup for people. Now cut ecosystem for people, cut ecosystem for them. So let me move without further ado. These incentives, you can have all expense paid trip. Like I mentioned, the bootcamp that will be happening in November, some people have already qualified, all expense paid. Find out how you can qualify for that. Let me give you a quick expo. If you come in as the VIP business builder, the 7 accounts, the 15 accounts business builder, the one of 750K, if you come in today at that level, you automatically qualify for the bootcamp in November. Remember, you've already made 400K. Now you qualify for a trip that is valued above 200,000. I mean, it's literally free. Just jump in there straight up. 750K, jump into the VIP business builder immediately. For those of us that cannot start immediately, build fast to that level. The promotion is still on. You have a couple of days to qualify. Make sure you move fast to the 15 account and qualify for the bootcamp. There's also another way to qualify. Meet the person that invited you. The person will break it down for you. Of course, there are other high-level bonuses. For performance bonus, you can get a free house. Crazy. You can get free car bonuses and all of that. It's all amazing. The e-commerce bonus, I've already mentioned that. There are products and services that will be listed. Let me just do this very quickly. I think I've overstretched my time. I'm always too passionate. Now, let me give you a typical example. Let's say you refer somebody that refers somebody that refers one guy in a bar. The guy in a bar sees a product from the above average ecosystem platform. He says, I want to be a major distributor of these products. Guess what? He becomes a major distributor and orders products for about 10 million. You simply get a commission for that. Do you know the guy? Were you there when he bought? No, the system tracks it for you. You get a commission for that. Imagine you're earning 15% of that if you're the one that personally referred him. Imagine you're earning 2% from that. So the opportunity is unlimited. Imagine when the real estate are listed and somebody buys a property somewhere in Lekki, someone buys a property somewhere, even in Dubai, someone buys a property and you get a commission on that. Ladies and gentlemen, like I always tell Mr. Moses, if you become part of the ecosystem and you don't make money, it is not our fault. We have done our best. We have done our best. If it is passively, you will earn. If it is actively, you will earn. If it is aggressively, you will earn. It all now depends on your ambition level. What is your ambition level? I know some of us are tired of dreaming. I implore you one more time, go and dust that your dream. It's still valid, it's still possible. Dust them, bring them back. Some of us have put them and shelved them and say this was just lofty childish thinking. No, sir, if you can think it, believe me, that means it's in existence. You can achieve it. It is not a motivational cliche. It is a statement of truth. It's an establishment of fact. I have done this before. I wanted to set up a company. I could not even process how I'm going to do that, but I believed that it was going to be done. We went through all the rigors. We went through the NAFDAC process, went through all manner of things, but in the end, we succeeded. Why? Because I visualized the end from the beginning, and we went for it. Go and dust your dreams, bring them back home. The vehicle has arrived to convey you to your destination. Ladies and gentlemen, just as a recap, the basic level, 50,000 Naira, gives you access to everything on the platform. Then there is the VIP level, which is at a discount right now. For 150,000 Naira, you become a VIP member. And then for those that want to become business builders, it's a 150,000 for business builder category. Executive business builder, 350,000. And the VIP, baby, VIP business builder, VIP, 750,000. He automatically qualifies you for the bootcamp that is going to happen, all expense paid. It's amazing, guys. All expense paid. All expense paid. Believe me, don't see the pictures. Be there. You deserve it. Yes, you deserve it. You've been hustling for 10 years plus now. Take a break. You deserve something good. And believe me, the boot camp is massive. Take advantage of it. Thank you so much. And like I always say at the end of every presentation, excuse my passion. I am just too passionate. When you see something that takes away sleep from you, this is it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Are there any questions? I'd like to take them. If you have a question, kindly raise up your hand and then you can ask your question. Any questions? Anybody wants to ask a question? Indicate by raising up your hand and ask your question. Okay, I see Tofumi, okay. Tofumi, you can unmute your mic and ask your question. Can you go ahead, Tofumi?
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your explanation so far. So I just want a deeper explanation on the business builder in terms of the passive income aspect and the return of investment. Is the return of investment going to be like every month or every week or annually? So that's just what I want to know, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Okay, I'll take Jay. Jay, you have a question. I'm unmuting your mic. Tofumi, you can mute your mic back.
Okay, sir.
Just Jay, you can unmute your mic and ask your question, please.
Good evening, sir. And good evening, everyone as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic presentation. I'm not so surprised, sir. Anyways, let me go straight to the point, save our time. I don't know if it's a mistake, but I think I had something like a discount price, something like that. I just want to be clear on that. Is there anything like a discount price for any of the packages?
Okay. All right. So that's all your question, right? Okay. Thank you. I think your question. Okay. And Ibimina BA, please, you can ask your question. You can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir, for a very clear presentation. I totally enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I want to find out about the qualification for the bootcamp. What do we need to do?
Okay. So thank you so much for that question. Okay, I think I'll take all the three questions now. So first question was very direct and straightforward. The return on investments. I need to clarify something. The above average ecosystem is not an investment club. What we do is provide education in the digital economy. But this education will teach you about financial instruments, practical ones that we have tested, and it's proven, and it is most importantly, it is secure. It is secure. It is backed by billions of dollars, not some secure by mouth. It's most of them are already controlled and regulated by this Security and Exchange Commissions in by rules. That is how secure taught me something. It said, whenever you hear investment, the first thing that should come to your mind is not what return on my investment. The first thing that should come to your mind, how secure is my capital? Because if your fund is secure, you can keep building your skyscraper one block at a time. But if you're trying to build and the foundation is collapsing, guess what? You're never going to build. So that addresses that. Now, how the return comes? The return is calculated per annum, but the payout, some of the instrument pays you out day.
Hello, Mr. Sam. We can no longer hear you. Please, we can no longer hear you. Thank you.
Okay. I think you can hear me now. Hello, guys. You can hear me. You can hear me, right? Okay, yes, I see my mic is on. So, like I said, the return up is paid out daily. That is, you set it up today. From tomorrow, you start earning return. It comes in vehicles, and then it's from tomorrow. Then some of them pay out weekly. That is every week, maybe on a Monday, maybe on a Friday. Every week you start earning a commission for the passive ones. For the active ones, which is the business builder, for every referral, the payout is daily. And then it drops to your wallet, and then you can cash out every Friday. It's as simple as that. So that's how it's done. I think that if you spend money every day, you should find a way to earn money every day. Second question from Jay was he heard about a discount. Yes, that is why every time I have the chance, I celebrate Mr. Moses every time. Man is so passionate. The VIP class was supposed to start in November, but because there is a massive opportunity, which I've spent so much time to talk about, is going to be launched before our original plan. The VIP class had to be activated in a hurry. And because of that, there is a massive 50% discount. Ordinarily, you should become a member of the VIP class with $400 plus $100, which is a $500. But right now, with as little as $300, you can become a member of the VIP class, which is 150,000 naira for the VIP class alone. You pay 150,000, you become part of the VIP class, and you can become part of this big, high-yielding projects like I've already spent a lot of time to mention. So there's a massive discount, and it's not going to last for too long. Take advantage of that. And then the last person asked a very interesting question. How do I qualify for the bootcamp? Two ways. Way number one, just register at the VIP builder level, which is 750,000. It is all expense paid. Wherever your city is, they'll fly you into Abuja, put you in a decent hotel in the bootcamp venue. Believe me, you would never know you were in Nigeria. You would not believe it. What you would see would stun you for life. It's going to be a changing experience. It's such a decent place. I've been there personally. It's such a decent place. I was a part of the team that went to check it out. It just took my breath away, especially for those of us that like nature. You would love it. For those of us that like sophistication, you would love it. So such a touche place. It's an amazing environment. a decent and serene, very quiet, very calm, the kind of environment that all the knowledge sinks into you. So like I said, VIP Business Builder, which is 750,000, gets you automatic all expense paid tickets. Automatic. The second way is if you cannot make that up, you can also join in referring people. If you refer a minimum of 15 persons, even at the basic level, a minimum of 15 persons personally, you automatically also qualify, all expense paid. Or the third option is you can self-fund it. You can self-fund it. You fly to Abuja, pay for the hotel reservation. You can even pair with somebody to make it cheaper for you, pay for the hotel reservation, pay for your meals for the weekend that we are going to spend there. All you need to do is find out from the admin what will it cost if you don't qualify for it. But by all means, make sure you're a part of that. So thank you, guys. I have overstretched the meeting. My sincere apologies, like I said, is for a zillion time. Please excuse my passion. I hope it was worth your time. I hope it was not a waste of your data and a waste of your time. But whatever it is, get started today. I don't like people that tell me, let me think about it. I mean, you've been thinking for 20-something years, for something years. What is it? There is absolutely no risk in becoming a member of the ecosystem. Last, you set up a passive portfolio that you can earn within a year. You can earn back your 50,000 if that is your problem. I cannot be talking about making millions of dollars and the only thing in your brain is about to register with 50,000. It already is suggestive. It suggests something about you. Believe me, there is no way you can get this kind of value for 50,000 if not for the vision of the ecosystem of crowdfunding, of getting a large pool of people. This is stuff that if you want to consult one of the guys, like I said, one of the trainers was already on Channels TV today talking. He's a big shot. He's doing well. He's made a lot of money. He does not need to train anybody. But you get to a certain point in your life where you want to pour out to listening ears. And one of the proof of your ability to listen is the fact that you commit your resource to it. And it simply said, where your treasure is, so where there will your heart be also. Like I always say, as I round up and allow Mr. Andrew to close the meeting, I wish above all things that you be in good health, and most importantly, that you prosper, even among all other things that you're doing, and you uplift your soul and your spirit. But you have to prosper. It is a commandment. You have to prosper. You must prosper. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Mr. Andrew, please take it up and close the meeting. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Let's celebrate Mr. Sam. That was an explicit, elaborate, exuberant, glamorous presentation. Okay, we celebrate you, sir. Thank you for taking out time to do justice to this information. Personally, I enjoyed myself, I got value, and I learned so much. So let's celebrate Mr. Sam. Let's say a word of thanks on the chat box. If you got value from the presentation, if you're excited, I want you to sincerely drop a word of thanks on the chat box. Tomorrow is Friday. Keep your eyes on the group chat, connect to your leaders for the meeting tomorrow, and let's have a blast, okay? Don't forget, great meetings don't make great people. Great decisions backed up with great actions makes all the difference for your life. So go ahead and take a position tonight. Go ahead and get yourself registered, and let's vibe with you to the top of the above average community. That will be all from us on the call tonight. Thank you everyone for attending. Have a great night. God bless you.